Annyeonghaseyo, everybody. Welcome back to Joker TV. Tinashe, the blueprint of the fucking music industry, by the way, but we'll get into that later. She has dropped a new music video, Too Easy. Let's get into it. Glamour girl, Tinashe, Too Easy. Oh, she died with a smile on her face. Is she not real? She's not real. That's why she got the smile on her face. The blueprint! Wait a second! The blueprint of the motherfucking music industry. That's so crazy that I said that. That's so crazy. I actually really did not. I have no idea what I was expecting for this. I've only seen that beginning intro clip. I didn't know that we was going in this direction. Okay, what's that movie called? Maxine?
Drop it like it's hot. Tonight I got a question, is she really down to pop? Oh what? Turn the track up, I don't think this shit is loud. And I feel like a celebrity. If you're mad, then go to therapy. But I can't help that I make it look so
Okay, EOS,
drop it like it's hot. Tonight I got a question, is she really down to pop? Oh what? Turn the track up, I don't think this shit is loud. And I know that I'm a superstar, and they hate to see I've come so far. But I can't help that I make it look so easy.
yes, dance break, iconic Tinashe dance break. Iconic Tinashe dance break. I love a Tinashe dance. I love a Tinashe dance break. Let me shut the fuck up. Giving super love. Too easy.
Easy to look this good when I put on that shit. It's too easy to make them stare the way I rock my hips. It's too easy to make them mad when all I do is win. It's too easy. It's too easy.
And then it's a loop. It's an everlasting loop. Wow, because they created another version of her. She did it again, and then she failed. She did it again. Story of Tinashe's life, if y'all didn't fucking know. She did it again, and then and then it fell, and now she got to restart and do her shit all over again. That's a great loop. That's actually a really iconic loop. I wanted to say I guess to get into the discussion of it, when we talk about Tinashe, when I said she's like the blueprint of the music industry, I don't think she's given enough credit for how much her jump. Okay, right. So there is Sierra, right? And we acknowledge Sierra a lot. And then there's Tinashe. And I believe at some instance, Sierra, it's like Tinashe was supposed to be our next Sierra. And then everybody just kept failing her. I remember, I think it's when Company came out. Oh my God, Company. That was my shit. I don't need the lovin'. Boom, boom. That was my shit. Company, super love. Love, super love. Especially since Korea loved it, and like at the time of super love and all that stuff, I was heavy K-pop fan down. Tinashe was one of those artists that it was like, if you talked about, and it's crazy because she had like, I love to get you on, I love to get too on, and the drinking way too strong. So right. So you would think in the like American perspective, Tinashe was a lot more like respected or acknowledged music industry, award season, best new artist type of like that approach. But she wasn't, right? So when you, as a K-pop fan, it was definitely a crazy disassociating two different. This is when I realized that there's really two different sides of the world. The world is very global, and what you might like over here don't mean that niggas over there are gonna like it, or what you might not like over here don't mean that niggas over there aren't gonna like it. I think she had went to like Thailand, or it was somewhere in Asia. Whole crowd, bunch of Asian people, and Tinashe came on stage, and everybody was like, ah! Like whole fucking crowd going crazy, screaming, love her down. Because again, that phase of my life, the Korean dance, like 1 million, that dance company, super big, that was really popular at that time, like on Stan Twitter and K-pop Twitter, because, you know, trying out, learning those choreographies and stuff, they always loved doing the Tinashe songs or her music, like the super love choreography. There wasn't a fucking like girl group or reality TV competition show that you could watch and they weren't using super love. They weren't using a Tinashe song. The style, the presence, I think being a very petite, small, pretty girly girl in the pop while also dancing and having this like strict confidence. No one ever really credits Tinashe for how much she influenced the game and kept dance culture alive within music. But also because I like when you began to realize how popular she was globally, the question always like hit, like, why isn't this same credit being pushed over in the States? I'm sorry, I'm really trying to choose my words wisely. Why isn't the same credit being pushed over in the States? And that was a time when a lot of us, like, and you can tell that, like, a K-pop stan loved Tinashe. A lot of us began to learn about how mistreated she was in her company, how they fucked around with her budget, how they weren't letting her release an album, how they were trying to over-sexualize her or make her sleep with, like, people. At least that was the rumors. That was, you know what I mean? Before I say something, like, too crazy. But that was, like, the rumors that was just going around in the K-pop industry for, like, Tinashe and why she wasn't the it factor of what people, like, wanted to be. Even now, I don't think that, like, great that she got what's the song? I've been a nasty girl, nasty. Keep in mind, when I broke up with my man, when I listened to that album, it was it makes no sense why that album wasn't even bigger, because Nasty was a hit. But like, I feel like fuck. I was just singing the song. Give me a second. No broke boys, no new ads. When that song dropped, I had just gone through this heartbreak of an emotion, and I was like, yeah, actually, she's so right. Like, what? X on the line, and not another test, and it just another sin for you. On a pilot, yeah. Anyways, yeah. So I think this is a great concept in terms of like a music video of a story that's a lot deeper than people will give it credit for or give her credit for. And I love that every time Tinashe comes out with music, it don't never like, you feel me, like I feel like she gives her tens and she gives her all every fucking time. There should never be okay, wait, no, I was gonna say there should never be a question, but I think it should always be questioned why Tinashe isn't previal more. Yeah. And I do think maybe that's also a issue in terms of like radio play. I remember the album situation where she was like, yo, well, y'all not buying my album, so how the fuck do y'all expect me to like, and then people were mad at her because they were like, why are you trying to beg people to buy your albums? And you should have, but then it was like, well, her company isn't promoting her albums right, and they're like doing dirty shit behind her back. Wow. Just know, Tinashe, I've always been on your side. She was really like in like high school me. This was someone who, again, I'm also a really big Sierra fan, huge Sierra fan. So for me, Tinashe was this dancing, singing, short goddess, the bouncing. Okay, anyways, moral to the motherfucking story is, when is the album coming? What album are you dropping? What is the album hold on. Is there going to be an album in release that you're coming up with? Like, what's the rebrand, or not the rebrand, but what's the change up here? Director Anda, I know that's right. Is there like an album? It's a lot of credits. Okay. Talent extras. Was Charlie D'Amelio in this? Because one of them girls looked like her. No? Okay. No. Okay, so no new album. This was just a release of a release. Okay. Well, Tinashe, the girls need you. So wake that shit up, okay? You got Tyla and Zara Larsson. You know, okay, well, Tyla's like more of a new artist, but you know what they're doing with Zara Larsson? I need that to happen with Tinashe. I need that to happen with Tinashe bad, because she is 100% one of those artists that should be selling out stadiums. She should be like, I'm trying to restrict myself from saying Beyonce, but when I do think of like golden era of 2000s, it's Sierra, Beyonce, Rihanna. Yeah, Sierra, Beyonce, Rihanna, and then there's like Little Mama on like the sidelines, but it wasn't nothing that was too serious. But because of that dance show, America's Best Dance Crew, because of that, Little Mama got ushered into like this, and that should be something like that's some shit Tinashe should be fucking doing. Whatever. My TED Talk is over. Y'all heard what the fuck I said. Listen to Too Easy by Tinashe, because she make it too easy.